But only you, the American people, in 5 days can stop this and shock the world again. And tonight, more and more Americans are backing the president's pro-growth, pro-freedom agenda. Look at this. Lil Wayne has now come forward praising the president for his work with criminal justice reform, his ongoing efforts to increase opportunities in the African-American community. Here with the reaction, co-author of the new book, The Cost, Trump, China, and American Revival, the host of Mornings with Maria on the Fox Business Network. We see her every weekend here on the Fox News Channel, Maria Bartiromo. Congrats on the book. 33.1%.
Thank you so much.
33.1%. You know markets as well as anybody I know. Would you like to explain?
Yeah, Sean, thank you so much. Things are getting better for sure. That GDP number, better than expected, a BAFO number at 33.1% annually. But when you dig deeper into this number, it really is stunning what's going on. Automobile production was up almost 1,200%. You just mentioned business equipment spending, 70% higher. The consumer is holding up incredibly well here. We are seeing a rebound, and we are going to see continued growth in the fourth quarter and into 2021. What's really stunning, Sean, is how well the consumer is handling this pandemic and how he or she is holding up so well, even in the face of a lack of any more stimulus. This morning, I spoke with Larry Kudlow, and he said an interesting thing happened today. Nancy Pelosi sent Secretary Mnuchin a letter about these stimulus negotiations, but somehow Politico got a hold of that letter before it actually reached Stephen Mnuchin. It was leaked to Politico before it even got to the Treasury Secretary. Larry Kudlow said, "We are out. This is game over. She is stringing us along." And as you see from these numbers, it's okay so far. We are going to need some stimulus at some point. But right now, the economy is certainly showing that rebound in a V-shaped recovery, and it's looking good, Sean.
You know, nobody ever talks about Joe and Barack's agenda. Number one, they didn't do criminal justice reform, police reform, opportunity zones. They never had a platinum plan, nor did they ever set record low unemployment for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, women in the workforce, youth unemployment, and African American youth unemployment. Donald Trump did that. So I look at their record. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because if memory serves me well, Biden and Obama added 13 million more Americans to food stamps, 8 million more in poverty, the lowest labor participation rate since the 70s, the worst recovery since the 40s, the lowest home ownership rate in 51 years, and accumulated more debt than all 43 presidents before them. Right or wrong?
It was right. That's right. It was the slowest recovery on record. One thing that this administration has done is really reach out to create a bigger tent. This morning on Mornings with Maria, I had an exclusive with Ice Cube, and Cube was telling me how he worked with the administration to actually come up with new ideas to reach out to the black community, reach out to Hispanics. That platinum plan is really resonating, and one issue there is the fact that wages started to rise before COVID showed up. Remember back in February and January of this year, we had an unemployment rate of 3.5%, the lowest on record. Every income level felt that tax cut plan, and every income level saw wages going up. But importantly, the lowest of the income earners were actually seeing their wages go up even higher than the top earners. That was really incredible. And for the first time in decades, we actually saw the beginning of the income inequality story beginning to narrow. The black community is now seeing this and understanding that President Trump has actually made an impact on their lives. That's why there are some expectations that the black vote is going to come out for President Trump to the tune of 20 to 30%. Sean, that is a huge number. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that.
Okay, you look at all the blue cities and all the blue states run by liberal Democrats for decades. Look at Chicago. Biden, Obama, president, vice president, 8 years, 4,000 homicides, 20,000 shootings. They barely mention it. Okay, you got all of these cities. How would you grade them with law and order and safety and security? I'd give them an F. How would you grade them with education? I'd give them an F. How did Obamacare work out? Millions lost doctors, millions lost plans, and we all paid about 200% more. So why would people put their faith, hope, and trust when they don't even do the fundamentals of keeping people safe and educating our kids well at all? Why give them more responsibility?
Well, you're right. Exactly. And the truth is economic security equals national security. That's why the economy is so critical here, ensuring that all income levels are getting what they need in terms of opportunities to work and make as much money as they can. That creates safety. That creates law and order. So you really need to start with the economy and start with policies that actually reach all income levels. That's what this administration has done. Look, the open borders policy, the other policies in a lot of these Democratic cities have clearly failed. Look at Nancy Pelosi's district in San Francisco. Homelessness, drugs on the street, the place is a wreck, unfortunately. I was there earlier this year, and it's a sad state of affairs. You look at different Democrat-run states, and clearly the policies are not working. You need a policy that is inclusive and a policy that actually creates economic security, which leads to safety and national security.
And then we got candidate doom and gloom. Will somebody tell Joe, I'm sure he gets his oatmeal and his applesauce every day. In between spoonfuls, just tell him that the vaccine is on the horizon, therapeutics are working, and the economy has come back in spite of his doom and gloom. Maria, congrats on the book.